Hey guys, today I'm doing a video on Neural Cloud because they're doing a Steins event collab, and I was like, oh shit. And that's like how I initially got into this game. But if you don't know what Neural Cloud is, it's basically a roguelike gacha game that's auto chess, and that sounds pretty cool on paper, but it's actually pretty shit. This game is not that good. It's like, then why do you play it? Well, I have a lot of reasons. I think there's a lot of redeeming things about this game. And I think one of the most important things this game does well is its gameplay. Like, most of the time you really don't need a brain to play this game, but some days if you ever want to like look into the game or like min-max your operators, there's a lot that goes into it, and I think that's pretty cool because there's a lot of math to do and a lot of things to look for to try to get your operators at like a pretty decent level. People in this community go crazy. Like, my idea of entertainment as a kid was reading encyclopedias, but I would still never read the fucking spreadsheets people make for this game. It's crazy. Like, they're so fucking stacked. And if you know what I'm talking about, you've probably seen them. It's crazy work what some of these people do in this community, and that's like one of the reasons why I could still enjoy this game and I still play it like pretty often. Like, compared to Sino Alice, which is another gacha game, the gameplay in that is, oh man, it's dog shit. Like, respectfully, it's dog water. There's nothing redeeming about that game for me. But they had a collab with Rose and Maiden, and I'm like one of 2 Rose and Maiden fans that still exist, and that almost got me. And I was like, damn, but the game sucks. And when I say I'm a huge fan of Rose and Maiden, I don't really mean the whole like anime franchise or the manga. I really just mean the OVA, which is like one of like my favorite pieces of anime ever. It's really fucking good for no reason. It's really good. Unfortunately, I did have to do a voiceover for this video. Initially, I did do commentary, but the audio got corrupted because who knows why. And speaking about making another video, I have started writing out the script for another video, but who knows when that will come out. Maybe months from now, maybe 2 years from now even. It's pretty chalked looking. My schedule is pretty fucked up, but you know, I'm not gonna stress over it. And I definitely do think the weakest point of this collab is definitely the skins that came. I'm not a huge fan of them. I think Maki's skin is pretty alright. I do like the background. I think everything looks pretty nice here. The Mayuri skin I do not like at all. I'm not a big fan of it. But the real skin I'm not a big fan of is definitely the EO skin, which some of you probably know about. Definitely the skin of all time, you know. Which is really a shame because I do like the background. I like everything about it except what she's wearing. Like, what is this, man? It looks like a wet rag you would find in my kitchen. It's like, what? That's not even clothes, man. Besides that, but the skin I really do like is Koto's, or however you say her name. I tried pulling for her like 100 times and I didn't get her, which bit sad, but I think this skin is really one of the best I've ever seen. Like, the art style is so fucking cool. Like, the flowers move, everything moves, but I'm in love with this skin. But I can't even use it. It's tragic, but whatever. But the funny thing is, I don't even really need Kloto, because this game is really strange in the fact that the starter units and like really the lowest rarity units are meta in a way. Like, the starter unit they give you is like Croak is like really, like, I've been using her since the end game. I haven't needed anything else. Like, compared to other gacha games where like it's always the highest rarity is the best. It's always the best, and the power creep will solely depend on moving the fucking goalpost on the highest rarities more and more. I know I keep talking about other gacha games, like stoners always talk about other stoners, but I think it's really important here because none of you know what Neural Cloud is. The studio behind this game, Studio Amika, does not believe in advertising. If you say you've seen a Neural Cloud advertisement, you're just lying. Like, those don't exist to me. And I think really, like, this game, like, is pretty unique in the genre, but not really at the same time. It's pretty weird to explain, but I do have fun with it, despite like playing a million other gacha games before this. And I think one of like the main reasons I could stay attached to this game is because of the characters. Like, compared to other gacha games, like the characters here like actually have like writers behind them. Like, this game has writers, which is like a really, like, you might think it's fucked up of me to say, but gacha game writing is definitely not up there. And this game, like, there's a lot of love put into like any like little profile, any of like the voice lines. There's like, even for like the Steins characters, like there's a lot of references, and so some of the lines are pretty tragic, which is like definitely like surprising to see, and it definitely shows like there's a lot of thought put into this. But I think one of the stronger points of this game is definitely like the writing. I haven't read the main story, but like from the side stories I read, it's actually like readable. Like I've read it from start to finish, and that's more than I can say for most other gacha games. Like there's like pretty okay writing. But like another thing I really do like is the main character, or you, the professor, is not a self-insert. Like I think that's where a lot of like my problems lie, is definitely like in Arknights, which is a gacha game I used to play, is the self-insert. Like the professor here does have like her own character, his or her own character, and it's pretty charming to see, and I do like that over really a self-insert any day of the week. I really do hate self-insert characters like the doctor in fucking Arknights, whose only character trait I got from like reading story upon story is that he doesn't like stairs. I was like, alright. And I really do think Arknight's story is like one of the things that's pretty safe to bash on, because there's really, oh boy, that story is some dog ass. Not even gonna cap to you, but I read a pretty good portion of it. I got pretty far before the game just went dry. They did end up releasing like a roguelike for that game, and that definitely got me back into it for a bit, but you can only play that for so long before even that got boring. So, and this love and thought like put into characters is so important. And Arknights made me realize that, because Arknights has so many beautiful character designs. I loved everything I saw, and then you kind of just lose attachment to the game because you have all these cool characters and you put them in one of the worst stories ever. They don't interact well with each other. They don't pretty much do anything, and that's pretty disappointing, because I really do love the game, and I played it for like 2 years on release, and then I just stopped right after. Enough talking about other gacha games though. One thing NeuroCloud doesn't miss on is definitely the chibis. I mean, these are always great, and the collab is like no exception, and these are pretty cool, and especially the ultimate cutscenes, those are really awesome too. Really, just NeuroCloud doesn't miss. Like, they know what they're doing, and I think that consistency, like, I expect a lot out of them, and they always deliver, and you always love to see that. And I know this sounds like a hashtag ad the way I'm glazing, but like, the state of gacha game ads are a joke. I mean, you look at even like Hoyoverse. If you've seen the like ads where it's just a fake YouTuber making fake reactions, like, oh my god, it's like pausing like the trailer over like the like least like the most mid frames I've ever seen, and it's like, what? And it's like, I'm not like trash talking though, because like if I was offered a couple bands, I would do the same thing. I don't know why, but gacha game ads are so bad. I do think like some of the ads are good, where like they just copy and paste the whole ass like trailer, like a character trailer into the ad. Like I don't know what's her name, the Sparkle character in like Honkai Star Rail. They just like, there's an advertisement where it's just the whole ass character trailer, and that's just a music video, and I'm like, I'll watch that. But the ads where they just have like a fake YouTuber making fake reactions is like, damn. That's just funny to me. I just find those funny. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, no matter what ads I get, you will not see me playing a Hoyoverse game. They're definitely not aimed at me. Man, like, second of all, you guys will never see me doing sponsored content. I mean, YouTube is not a business for me. This is something I do for fun, and always will be. And no matter how much I joke about being a sellout, that's just not what my YouTube is. I just love sharing things I think are cool. But the other reason I'm making this video is because I want to thank you guys for just all the support recently. Like, all the comments you guys left, all the likes, all the shares of my documentary video. That means a lot. At the start, the video had like a 10-to-1 like view to like ratio, which was absolutely crazy, and I'm sure that like boosted it to the algorithm a shit ton. And without your guys' support, like, that video would have never seen the limelight. And that's like the one video I cared to see get popular, and you guys did it, and I couldn't be more happy. Especially all the people who worked on it. Always big shout out to Divine Corruption, Sikadib, all those people. I mean, they really did so much work, and the best part about it is like they helped me and they never asked for anything in return. And the other people who also like did not want to see Black Magic become alive again, they just want to see the game die, they still helped me out because they're just good friends, I guess. And I really appreciate that. And also like just shout out to my friend Ever who redid like the intro. Like he gave me a lot of like critiques and advice, and which is pretty hard to come by. I'm not sure why, but like I just don't have haters. Like nobody gives me like criticism or like advice like really harshly. They like skirt around the line, and like even like my friend Ever, it took a lot out of him to like kind of just finally say like, hey, this intro sucks ass, you need to redo it. And I had to like squeeze it out of him, but eventually he did say, and I really appreciated that, because without that the intro to the video, which is like one of the most important parts of a video like that, made it like so much better, and I really appreciated that. But I also want to like very rare thing to see a YouTuber do, but I also want to like shout out my haters. And like, you have haters? Like, yeah, I do, but not like in the YouTube comments, but like outside of that. I want to give a shout out to Firetyper, who doesn't like me on a personal level, but like they appreciate the work I do, and I do play around too much, I do joke too much, and that's kind of definitely how things went down. But the bigger shout out I want to give is definitely to Cream. That's like the main reason for this this whole thing is without him, like the Black Magic documentary probably wouldn't have happened. He's the main reason I got back into Black Magic, because how I got back into Black Magic, I picked Berserker. I was killing like a bunch of well-known people, but if you know Black Magic, you know it doesn't take long to get humbled, and Cream definitely like humbled me. The first set I took it, and then he respawned. I was like, oh, I'm gonna beat his ass again. I have the download, I know where he's gonna dodge, I know everything. And he just kicked my ass. He was doing shit I've never seen before. He absolutely mocked me, and the worst part about it is he started trash talking me completely unprovoked, and that was like the catalyst to me like, hey, I want to get good at this game, and I know I could be better than him. So shout out to him, even if he's a dick. I really did see where he's coming from. I was kind of an annoying kid, just attacking everything I saw in sight without saying anything, and maybe that was kind of annoying, which like fair play, I guess. Revenge was definitely not the most satisfying thing to come out of that. I think that's really important. I met a lot of cool people, and without him, maybe none of that would have happened. So I do appreciate that, and I think trying to find the humanity in these people is kind of important. I feel like it's really easy to boil down people on the internet to just like one opinion they had or one thing they said, and that's pretty dangerous, you know. We're all people here, and I think finding like the humanity in them is really paramount. And but sometimes it's pretty hard. Like there's a pretty funny story. I've told this like twice before, but like recently I was talking about like a game on Roblox, and it's like I was giving my opinion on a Roblox boss. I was like saying, oh, I like this boss a ton, you know, just being myself. And some kid called me pedophile for saying I like the boss, and I was like crazy. To me it's funny, but you know, it's like, how do you find the humanity in that one? I was like, calling someone a pedophile over a Roblox boss was crazy. That shit had me dying. But nah, I'm grateful for everyone I've met and who's helped me, supported me, all the comments, everyone who's subscribed, like all of you guys, I appreciate it. So yeah, later. Steins ゲートの力のもとにひざまずけ。力を見せてあげる。